yes, cold weather is on the way after we've had a mild period and a lot of rain. I went to Newby Bridge where I did some little bit of news reporting for the Weather Channel and the followers to show you the ferocity and force of the water that was going through the aperture of the bridge there in South Lakes. It was a spectacle to be seen. I've seen it before and it has been prone to flooding in that area, so I was quite I was impressed by Mother Nature. Things like that really do get me, but that mildness has disappeared. We had one of the most mildest bonfire nights on record in November, didn't we? But the air is about to turn and it's going to go a little bit colder. The first snow of the season has fallen down and started to in the Highlands of Scotland. Shown by the GFS map here, you can see the snow level has brought it to the very top peaks of the mountains of Scotland. The media are all over it as usual, and they're claiming that there's going to be 10 days of incredible snow, or the usual words that they use, snowmageddon and all that. It's all flying around there, but let's find out if you are going to get snow on your patio. Before we jump onto the GFS, which is a weather model that does all the forecast predictions, if you will, of what yet is to come, we'll nip to MetCheck, our friends at MetCheck, using their GFS run. This morning it came out at midnight, and there's a low pressure system, if you can just look down there, off the coast of Portugal, quite ways off Portugal, but these systems do move quite quick. 985 that's sat there, bringing those winds all the way wrapping round in an anti-clockwise direction, dragging that air down from the north. Quite a lot of cold that's pooling up in the north at the moment. The blue areas just above Scotland, on the Highlands there, it shows you where the snow is falling. 999 is the millibars across that area there. So there's an obvious sign that there's some colder air, and with that mixture of moisture, it's falling to snow on higher grounds. High pressure dominance across the European areas. Our cousins in Italy, Bulgaria, even Ukraine, over into Spain, France and Germany are all got high pressure that's sat there. If you go way up into the north, into Norway, you can see the snow showers that are already falling in that region. So it is a boundary. There is a boundary of high pressure and low pressure and cold air, and it's all changing that transition period. It's not unusual to get snow this time of the year, but it is falling down. In Scotland, as the day goes on, that tends to dissipate, but then it comes back a bit, and it sort of kind of becomes a bit more vacant over the next few days as high pressure way up in the north, just south of Greenland and Iceland, wants to take hold, and it forces that low pressure down towards Spain. So I would not be surprised if the headlines start kicking off with Portugal and Spain seeing sort of a lot of heavy rain falling. As you can appreciate, their summers are a lot drier. The ground gets baked. When they get a massive water, it tends to run off rather than be saturated, and that's what's going to happen there. The mountains south of France, it's completely escaped the Alps, the French Alps rather, starting to see snow falling on there. So where's the Alpe d'Huez, there where the schools go to, they're getting their first belt of snow. Now look at that massive high pressure that's setting itself into position right across the North Atlantic, and that boundary line there, the yellow line between the high pressure here and the low pressure systems there, you can see where that's waxing and waning across the UK. Now we've moved on to Tuesday, next Tuesday, 6 o'clock in the morning. Now this is the first sign of potential decent snow or significant snow that's going to come across Scotland. If you can just see there, the colour is changing very much deeper into freezing rain and to snow, and then that's actually saturating itself a lot more into the northern parts of Scotland, and then brings itself down the eastern coast of the United Kingdom, going off into Wales as this low pressure system spins itself down into the North Sea, and it drags that colder air with it as well, and that moisture, and on the back edge of it, the southwestern edge of it, it's wrapping itself down and bringing them snow showers right far down the UK into the country. We're now getting to Thursday the 20th of November, and the snow showers are also still peppering across northern Scotland and into Northern Ireland and parts of our cousins in Ireland as well, seeing a chance of some snow next week. It's a week off yet, a lot can change, but if we skip to the GFS and have a look on NetWeather and see what they've got in place, you can see on the T850s, which sea level pressure is way up in the atmosphere, don't worry about it too much, but it just gives you an indication of the air mass, the temperature of the air mass that's aloft, and we can see a lot of cold air that's up in the north. This is the much warmer, nicer weather where I'd love rather to be across the continent right now. We're kind of in the battleground because that transition period is occurring, and because of that as well, we've got the snow which we've been seeing this morning falling across Scotland, much deeper on the high levels of Scotland, of course, and then, as I said earlier on, that then dissipates. This is Friday now into 3 o'clock in the morning, but in doing so it drags a lot more of the colder air down the country. We're now penetrating into over the border into England, and that's sinking further south, maybe touching into northern Wales as well. In fact, if we go back one there, just on the Pennines, Saturday 6 o'clock in the morning, chance of some snow showers, nothing significant really to be writing home about, nothing that the media were talking about, that's for sure. There's a bit of a mixed bag going on, but it's not until Tuesday, I said, didn't I, that we're going to start to see a little bit of an increase in the snow showers, that definitely in the north. So Tuesday, this is 6 o'clock in the morning, midday, and then we've got it just all of a sudden, like later on the day, as that cold air is being dragged down by that low pressure system in the North Sea, you're going to get snow showers pretty much, let's just say, most of Scotland. You can see on the map there, we're going into Stranraer, Galloway, into the Highlands, the Peaks, Inverness, all that area there. Obviously the greener areas are the less likely chance of seeing any snow, but anything really above 40%, you've got a chance of getting some decent snow chance. Cumbria, you've got the Pennines, you've got the Eden Valley, going down to South Pennines, just east of the Ribble Valley, even something starting here. What I would probably say the home counties, Oxford, maybe see some. We're going to get some that's starting to occur in Wales, and obviously in South Pennine areas as well. So there's quite a scattered picture. There's not like when you get a massive snow event where it completely wipes across the country. This is very much just touching the high level or the prone areas of the United Kingdom. So there's no mass white event that's going to occur, but if you're prone and you know you're prone to when there's a hint of snow, that there's a chance of snow, then there's a very good chance that you will see the snow. This is now going on to Wednesday. Across on the other chart on the 850s there, that massive cold air has completely sunk down. So I think that's going to kibosh my days of mowing lawns for the rest of the year now. But there's a lot of cold air. We'll look at temperatures in a minute. We just want to get to the crunch of the snow. So there is a big chance of snow across many areas. Pennines, Wales, all the way across Birmingham, going over into the east, Kent, Lincoln, all that sort of dotted areas there on the map, and still in Scotland, Northern Ireland and Ireland, and there's also chances going off here, France, and going into other parts of the continent as well. That passes through, goes on to Thursday the 20th. There's quite an event here for the Pennines, Northern Pennines, going into the borders of Scotland, into Edinburgh, Inverness up here, across the fringes of the north coast of Scotland. Yeah, I mean, it's quite a scattered, messy map really, isn't it, with all these chances that are going on. So next week is looking like anywhere in the prone areas and slightly down to low levels at the moment anyway, that there is a big chance of a snow. Would you call it a major snow event? I think for this time of the year actually we're probably not far off. I mean, there's still chance of the snow. This is over a week ago now, next Friday the 21st, where this snow is all possibly there. Yep, and it's petering out. So you can see on the 850s anyway, this low pressure system that comes in disrupts that cold air, but that is a blue map to be seen across the United Kingdom, isn't it, compared to like what, a week ago when we're seeing double figures, we're seeing 16 and 17 degrees. That is a hell of a lot colder. You've got the -5s, the isotherms, these are called isotherms, -10s. This indicates a type of the ground level heating or cold that you're going to see. So if we just flick very quickly to the minimum temperatures on the right, and we'll flick to the maximum temperatures on the left. Yeah, so you've got -10 right up in the north parts of Scotland. This is a week away. Thursday the 20th, so there's definitely a lot colder air to come. So if we just flick to today, without having to try and confuse everyone, there's your double figures that we're enjoying the milder air. Look, 16s we're getting, sort of the Lincoln Way, Northampton. It's much warmer in France, isn't it? 23. It's amazing to see that. But as you now can see, as it's displaying itself into Friday, going into the weekend, that colder air is starting to seep further and further south, going into Wales, the Northern Pennines. It's now affecting France, and then I think it's about now, isn't it, where we start to see deeper temperatures, much more colder temperatures. Yeah, so we've got frosts, ground frosts, definitely on the way for next week, as these temperatures start to slump a lot lower. It's not unusual, like I said, but it is exciting to see that we've got, for me, we've gone from one extreme where we had one mildest bonfire nights, and then like literally a week later, it's now going to be pretty cold. What happens thereafter, it doesn't seem to be as cold. There seems to be double figures coming back, warmer temperatures, which generally indicates that the Atlantic wants to influence our weather again. Possibility of so we've got all the Atlantic systems coming in now rather than the cold air systems at the top, wanting to influence our weather, which is a great indicator there of the jet stream wanting to definitely kick in and bring us a lot more in the way of wet and windy weather, which is quite far off. This is Tuesday the 25th. Let's just have a little scan, a cheeky scan. If we bring this across, there's your settled weather, because you've got your cold air that was coming down. That's that on the right hand side here. That is your low pressure system that was starting on Monday and Tuesday next week. That sinks down, that drags that cold air down as it goes off, spirals off towards the Netherlands, and then we get that few days of cold weather. Excuse me, and then the jet stream kicks itself back into action for Monday the 24th, definitely across northern parts of Britain into Ireland, where there could be some gales, maybe some stronger than that, severe gales, as the jet stream gets itself back into play. So it's an early spout of winter weather to come. You've just seen where the possibilities of snow are. Snow is definitely difficult to forecast, like lightning. I took that picture, many years ago. I think it was in the early 2000s, my first lightning shot, Blackpool Promenade, and he come out of a nightclub drunk. Anyway, digressing. There you go, all done and dusted. It's, as usual, any content that you get, please share it on the Weather Fans Facebook page. Become a Storm Chaser Nodrog supporter. It helps towards funding our storm chasing activities and providing content on this channel. Seriously, without your help, a lot of this content would never make it. Anything you do is really appreciated, even if you just like and subscribe. If you want to become a supporter, check the link in the description area down below. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful time, keeping warm. I hope you had a good bonfire night and Halloween as well, and we'll keep in contact very soon. I'll be on my socials. Make sure you like and subscribe and keep those batteries charged. Until next time, ta-ra.